Good morning. Welcome to the morning. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning. Welcome. Hi, it's Monday. Yeah. I don't know how your Monday is going, but I have, of all the humans that I have touched paths with today, they're all having tough days. Not so much me, so I'm going to feel grateful for that. But I'll start with that gratitude. I'm grateful that I am feeling optimistic and feeling good about this day and the future. And I am sending out compassion to all those that are maybe not feeling that same sort of warmth and optimism today. And now I'll start singing a song. You don't have to sing along, 'cause there's no words for you to learn. Because I'm making it up right now on the spot. It's not about a worm. Oh, wait, apple or a worm. Gonna try again with another rhyming scheme. You'll have to give me a break, 'cause we're all on the same team. It's time for love morning, love morning, love morning, love morning, love morning, love morning, yeah, yeah. Almost had it. I'm starting to think that maybe I should write a song and then sing it. I've done it before. I wrote some songs to some special people in my life recently, and I could do it again. But that is a good segue into this idea of anti-perfectionism that hit me this morning as I was thinking about a few things. But it's so deep. So first I'll just say, maybe I'll wait a minute to dive into that anti-perfectionism thought and say, good morning, Bill. Welcome. And good morning, anyone who's here. If you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook live, hello. And if you're watching this recording, hi. Thank you for joining this intention, if not this very moment as I'm experiencing it. You're experiencing this moment now. So this is my morning daily practice at 9, where I share gratitude. I invite you to do the same, to share some gratitude. And we also kind of just remember and remind ourselves who we want to be today. I throw out, hey, let's be love ambassadors. It's easy. You're fully qualified. You just got to look for opportunities to connect, see if you can find ways to be kind, and look for things to be grateful for. Ta-da! You are fully deputized. Good morning, Andrea, and hello. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Christopher. Christopher is grateful for connecting with some charitable burners at the Chididara, the shopping cart charity race. Raised $160,000. Wow, for the Chicago Food Bank. Man, that's the way to do it. Have fun and raise that kind of cash. That's amazing. Bravo. Bravo to the burners who are raging and helping. Yay to gifting. Good morning, Brandy, and good morning, Gerbot. Oh, how nice to share this morning with you. So, if you're not familiar, we share gratitudes. In the dead time, I share maybe things that have been going on in my life or lessons or thoughts. Lately, I've been going through a lot, so it's been nice to have this opportunity to kind of sort some thoughts. I posted a essay based on what I was talking about yesterday, and it got a lot of great comments and boy, a lot of great suggestions. A ton of people suggested that I take a Vipassana or do a Vipassana training, which is a 10-day silent meditation. Anybody here done that? That has been in my awareness for a long time. I know, almost everyone I know that I consider to be a incredible person has done it. and I am so scared of it. The main things there's a number of things that I have fear around. The one that I'm most afraid of is body pain. You know, any when I meditate, I generally meditate in a chair. I struggle with sitting on a cushion, or even a back jack. Like if I go to when I do ayahuasca ceremonies, body pain and sitting even on the it's so hard for me for long periods of time. So the thought of sitting for 8+ hours a day for 10 days in a row, not in a chair, on the ground on a cushion is like, I mean, it's hard to get psyched up for that kind of discomfort. People say, well, that's part of it. That's what you work through. That's the lessons are in the discomfort. So I don't know, but that's the big one. There's the other things about like just being silent and meditating and doing nothing. That might drive me crazy, but that's the part I think that is I guess it's all supposed to be part of the lessons. It's considering that I am currently doing physical therapy for my posture. There's a part of me that says maybe you should train for Vipassana. So I'm actually I've got it up on my computer. I know when the next sign up is. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to put it on the calendar and train and get my body ready to sit for longer periods of time. That should tell you where I'm at in my mindset and my receptiveness to learning and growth right now. That I literally was on the Vipassana website last night, found one, the next one that is not full. Actually, they all fill up, but the next one they open it at a certain time in the morning, and you have to like try to sign up. I think that's part of my process now. I got to go talk to people who've done it. What's the best way that I can get a spot? What are things that I need to bring? Andrea, we should talk. Saying Andrea teaches people how to sit in their natural alignment so they have no pain. You've been teaching for 20 years, or you teach them to sit for 20 years? Either way, I should talk to you. Aloha, Etoile. Good morning. Happy Monday. Good to see you. Brandy sharing that she is grateful for a new style of meditation, pranayama. Well, I'm glad you did it. Oh, Brandy, you did Vipassana, right on. Chris saying about sobriety, which let me check my clock. I think I'm at a week. I think today is 2 weeks. I think today is 2 weeks. Let me look at my Nomo clock. 13 days. Wait, it said 13 days yesterday. Oh yeah, I guess tonight it will be 14 days because my last drink was Monday evening 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Most people had just passed just after her. I'm not following my receptionist. Have you shared the reason for the situation? Anyway, good morning, Lorian. Good morning. Happy Monday. Yeah, there's people there's comments on Facebook Live, like Christopher and Andrea and Lorian, and then there's people that are on YouTube right now, like Brandy and Gerbot. the reason for my sobriety path. Is that what you're saying? Have I shared that? I kind of went into. I think I talked about it yesterday in the second half of the broadcast. Was that yesterday? I think so. 2 days ago, maybe 2 days ago. So I'm not going to get too into that right now, but I will talk about it again. Instead, I want to talk about this epiphany I had this morning about anti-perfection. So a few other techniques that people have recommended me looking into was one called circling that I have done before, and another one called focusing. And I realized that I am not one who like learns a technique and then teaches someone else's technique. I don't like to follow. I don't like to do what I'm told. I don't like to take someone else's thing and then go and learn it and teach it. I just and I'm like, why? Like, there's other people that know better, and I because I remember when I went to circling thing, it was taught by a guy who was an awesome therapist and coach, Johnny Blackburn. And I'm like, why wouldn't I learn a thing like that? And so I was thinking about that this morning, and I was thinking about how, gosh, one of the things that someone suggested is, why don't you do like a home improvement project? And I was really worried because I was like, I'm really not good at sticking to the directions. And even like I was given a meditation to do with this Joe Dispenza book, and I kind of wanted to modify it a little bit. I wanted to like speed it up a little bit because I wanted to compromise. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I am always compromising. I'm saying that's good enough. Compromise. If I cook, I'm never following it exactly. I'm half-assing a part of it. I'm doing it not quite good. Everything, never quite trying my hardest on things. And I think all of these things are related is because I'm afraid that if I try my hardest and it's not good enough, if it's not perfect, I will judge myself and I will go into this dark hole. Wow, I'm thinking about it now. The times that I have become suicidal and gone into therapy when I was a kid was when I was faced with the fact that I'm not the best. I went to a school, I was taken from my normal school to a school for smart kids, and I was sub-average there, and I freaked out. I took the PSAT, and I did not score national merit. I did fine, but I wasn't, didn't win top tier of. So I'm like, what? I'm not the best. And so I think that that's one of the reasons why I created this personality of Halcyon, and I did when the web came along. Cool, I can do it myself. I can publish myself. I don't have to go to Hollywood and have somebody tell me that you're not good enough, or I don't like if I just half-ass things, like glue gun fur to stuff. Of course, it's not perfect. It's not supposed to be perfect. So, it's I don't. It's deep though, because I mean, even I've tried to be like, okay, let's slow down and just follow the directions on this crafting thing. Well, that is a big chewy thing for me to work through. Thank goodness, I've now got 2 therapists and like 3 other healers that I am trying to work with. In addition to all the books I'm reading, I am in deep, heavy, humbled growth mode right now. Good morning, Carolyn. Hello, happy Monday. And hello, Yamil. Yay, good to see you. So appreciate seeing your posts as you had such an experience at Loveburn. So did Carolyn. Carolyn's at Loveburn too, right? And Yamil, yes. I have no perfectionism. That's the thing is, I make sure that I don't even try. That's the thing. It's like a self-sabotage. Like when people, when people take a picture and every time that they go, smile, and people go, it's like, if you do that, you intentionally look stupid, then you don't have to feel badly if you try to look good and then look stupid. And so if I'm always compromising, I always know it's not the best. That's not the hardest I could try. It's good enough. But then there's never perfection, or not perfection, excuse me. There's never excellence. There's never mastery. There's never, like there's a few things in my life that I tried really hard on, like my TEDx talk, my book Protagonist. Those are things that I really worked hard to, but most things I'm afraid to try my hardest. And I would really like to know that as good as I can do is good enough. Thank you, Andrea. Good morning, Brent. Hello to you in Florida. Anyone got something they're grateful for they'd like to share? Brandy suggesting rearranging my space. I mean, I don't know. I could. I'm pretty happy with my space. Although what I need to do is leave my space more often. I need to leave my house. I need to find activities. I need to find hobbies. That's on my huge list of things to do is hobbies. Because that's related to the perfectionism. I don't like to learn things because I'm uncomfortable not being good at something. Like if I can pick it up immediately and be good at it, I'm like, yay, this is fun. But if I stumble, that feeling. So maybe what I need to do is I need to really work on this body awareness that I've been practicing, that I wrote about yesterday, talked about yesterday, and start to tune into that experience I have when I try something and I'm not good at it, and just start to witness and observe that feeling that was very unpleasant, but try to take away the power of that and try to stop not saving, like I was talking to someone recently about this, about how like I'm protecting myself from experiences that will give me that feeling. So I don't try things that I might not be good at. And even like I go, I want to learn this, but I don't think I'm going to take a class. I mean, I think, could I find someone to teach me one-on-one? Because in a room full of people, that's all those more people that are looking at me and judging me. Look at all these good gratitudes to read. Gerbot saying it's a good distinction between perfection and mastery. They are not the same things. Perfection is an illusion, but mastery can be achieved. Yes. Brandy is grateful the more than you can fit here. Yeah, you can just. That's the fun thing about gratitude. I do gratitude practices 3 times a day. So I do this, and then I do a noon one, and then I do a 6 p.m. one. And the gratitude practice doesn't mean you list everything. You can just say, I am grateful for the blue sky right now and the puffy clouds, and I get to live in a space, I live someplace where I got to take a walk this morning, and it's warm enough that I could take a walk. And I'm grateful I got to talk to a friend, and I ended up walking farther than normal because we were having such a good conversation. So I'm grateful that I got to have a morning walk already. Grateful that I already did, I listened to my affirmations. I did the first day 1 of week 1 of Joe Dispenza's meditation. And I did a cold shower. So I'm grateful that my morning practice is really kicking. I got to wake up earlier, though, because I didn't have time to journal before this. Although I did have that epiphany on the toilet. Al is grateful for water in your taps, food in your fridge, and dreams in your heart. Yay! Good morning, Al. Welcome. Hello. Sanitize. Grateful for me. Oh, thank you. Also for your job and your awesome boss. I've had so many terrible jobs and bosses, but not now. I'm so grateful to be in this better place. At our staff meetings, we begin by a round table of gratitudes. What? In particular, making note of how fellow employees have helped out in certain things. Have you heard me talk about this? That was my big crowning achievement when I was in the corporate world, as I introduced gratitude circles, where we share two things. One thing professional, one thing personal. So one, you give gratitude for somebody in the company, and two, second one is something about your life, so that people learn more about you, as well as it makes the environment at work much more family-like and love-filled. Bravo! I'm so stoked to hear you do that. I gave talks about it for a while, and it was very cool. Oh, Brandy, you got quite a practice. You do your morning pages with your bravo. At Paramount, you do that. Fuck yeah. Let's see. What other gratitudes am I missing? Andrea is grateful that she did well in a dance performance on Saturday night. Rehearsed for 8 weeks and shine my radiance on stage. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. I don't know when the last time I rehearsed something for 8. I don't think I've ever. Maybe when I was in elementary school for a school play. I wonder if I had a bad experience at a school play, and that I don't remember. Carolyn is grateful for the skills she learned doing electrical for a stage yesterday, and the people from LA said I looked like Margot Robbie, and it made me happy. Yay. Yamil grateful she was gifted a travel trailer and will be moving in hopefully in about a month. Woo, exciting. Lauren is grateful for every moment. Don't wait for a reminder to cherish the life you have and the lives of your loved ones, because those are reminders no one really wants to get. Good point. Andrea's grateful to see my face as you wake up. Well, good morning. Good morning. I'm also grateful that I'm going to be recording a podcast episode in a half hour, Stay Sparked, which I think you dig. We're on episode 14, I think. I think we're going to talk about alternative healing paths and different healing modalities that we've experienced. I'm a little novice to that, so I don't have as much to share, but I'm eager to learn more, and that's kind of where the place I'm in right now. They're like, okay, let's try it. Good morning, Ming Ming. I have done morning pages in the past, and actually I include it when I do coaching. It's part of one of my chapters. I have people do morning pages. So, but you're right. Good push to do that. I have been trying. That's what I'm saying. Like I now have my morning routine is so long that I'm gonna have to wake up earlier so that I can do journaling before my 9 o'clock here. Steve is here. Good morning. Happy day to you. Thanks for joining and sharing a little gratitude. Wayne, good morning. Oh, I'm so glad that you were there. Wayne and Owen were at First Saturdays this weekend. Oh yeah, what day is it? Monday? Yeah. So I'm grateful. Saturday we had a really beautiful First Saturdays, which is the outreach that we do for people experiencing homelessness or just people could use a little help in San Diego. We do it at Third Avenue Charitable Organization, and it's really beautiful. It's a good vibe, so I'm glad you were there. Wayne says, I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work with Taco and help some of the lovely, deserving people. I will be back for more soon. Yay. Oh, that was great. I was so glad that you guys were there. You guys had good attitudes. And sometimes I get kind of stressed about finding enough for people to do. And I get like, oh, there's not enough. We don't have enough clientele here. People are going to be like disappointed that they showed up here and they're not getting what the experience that they wanted. Because I really try to make it good for our clientele and a experience that makes people want to be more of service in the world. And so Wayne, you and Owen were your attitudes and your feedback really made me feel good. So I appreciate you. Brandy, you said the link to that place, was that talking to me? And what was I talking about? Because I don't remember. Oh, Carolyn, you listened to our Heart on the 80s. Yeah, I have two podcasts I'm doing right now. One is Stay Sparked, which is about personal growth with Betsy and Janus. And then I'm also doing Heart on the 80s with my brother and Shonda, and we talk about 80s movies. And we just rewatched, what did we do this weekend? We did Mannequin. Oh boy. And the one that Carolyn's talking about was Soul Man. Well, I will keep putting them on. I will post when I do them on Facebook. Monica, good morning. Monica is addicted to journaling. That's not a bad addiction. I would like to swap that addiction for some of the ones that I am working on. So, but good morning. Ming Ming is grateful for all the thought leaders in the world sharing their knowledge on meditation and helping me learn to further expand my heart, mind, and awareness. It has brought me so much joy and feelings of wholesome that I in turn want to share it with my friends and family. Rad. Well, if there's something that you want to share right now or a link or something, let us have it. The Zooms happen at noon and 6. So I'm right now live in Facebook and YouTube. And then that's why I do my 9 o'clock is in Facebook and YouTube. And then the Zoom is at noon and 6 p.m. And that is you can go to zoom.hugnation.com and that will give you a link there. Zoom.hugnation.com. And all my links are at johnston.com if you want to just tuck that away, bookmark that. That's got links to this, I believe, as well as the Zooms, as well as my t-shirts and books. Like I'm wearing a hoodie that it says love more, fear less, float more, steer less on it. Look at that. It's a hugging hoodie that I sell in my t-shirt store with Grandpa Caleb on it. Which, speaking of which, we're going to have a hug in just a minute or two. Thank you, Sanitize, saying that I'm good at what I do, which is, if you've been listening to the last few weeks, I have been knocked off kilter and finding my way back. I went through a breakup, where I was broken up with, heart was broken, and it was rough. And she delivered me a reflection to some things that were really hard for me to see. Related to what you asked earlier, Chris, about why am I being sober right now? That's a big reason. Is she didn't ask me to be sober. She showed me a behavior that I did that I was like, I had a blind spot to. I was like, whoa, that's not the person I want to be. And so, there's a lot to this. Do you want to hear the deep thing? And the Zoom is at noon, which is in 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12. 2.5 hours I'll be in Zoom. And yes, that's when I'll be there. There's no Zoom right now, Adam. Zoom is in 2.5 hours at noon. Right now it is a live stream on YouTube and Facebook, just for a few more minutes. Every day at 9 o'clock here, then noon and 6 p.m. Allison, I feel like life is often one long course correction. So what I was going to say is, so I kind of got my ass handed to me, and it, how can I say this? I was feeling like I was doing pretty good. And I didn't really feel like there's no reason for me to be doing any better. Like, what's the point? And when getting my ass handed to me and showing, I was like, you know what? I know that I'm kind of cruising right now. And what if I really tried to do some hard work and tried to realize my potential? And that's something that when I did this crystal healing a couple weeks ago, and the guy, he phrased this thing, he's like, what will not happen if you don't stop, getting intoxicated? What won't not happen? I'm like, I won't have my perfect relationship. He's like, what won't happen? And I'm like, I won't realize my potential. He's like, yes. And so I have on my wall here, what's at stake? Reaching my potential in relationships, career, impact, and integrity. So I literally was fine with that. Like, I'm like, wow, I'm doing good. Like, why? It's direction, not distance. Like, I know I'm doing good in the world. So who cares if I, like to get intoxicated most nights? And then my ex showed me something that I did without really realizing I was doing it, and I was like, "Fuck, that's out of integrity. I don't want to be that person." So then it's like, well, okay. Now I got to go, well, why do I like to get intoxicated every night? Why do I enjoy being buzzed so much? What am I fleeing? What am I numbing? What discomfort in being a human do I need to figure the fuck out? And that's a deep, dark, difficult journey that I am now trying to employ as much help as possible with. Again, it's not about perfection, it's about mastery. So what's possible if I put more effort, if I try? What if I try my hardest? What could happen? Because I definitely, as I said, like anti-perfectionism, I'm afraid to try my hardest. What if I tried my hardest? So that's the juicy big where I'm at right now. Whew, that's big shit. So I will say thank you for being a part of this day, this morning, our interconnected journeys. Oh, Adam, I hope you're having looks like you're having a stroke, Adam. I hope you feel better. Film you. WFW. Are you trying to be mean to me or trying to be angry? That's so adorable. Oh, he's trying to flood the chat. I see. Okay, let's see if I can. Here we go. Put you in a timeout. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. That's the first time that's happened. That's the first time, well, in this format. I certainly have had people come into my chats in the past and been ridiculous. And to which I say, life is hard and I get it. And I'm sorry that I can't be present for what you need me for or you think you need me for. But thank you everyone who's here and has shared this moment and allowed me space to kind of process some stuff. Thanks for sharing your gratitudes and letting us each feel each other's gratitudes. We have now created this energy, this bouquet that we can now share with the world. Each of us contributing our flowers in a unique sense. So let's, from that place, come together and give ourselves a hug. Love more, fear less, float more, steer less. And let's, as we feel ourselves being held by one another, sink down into that shared humanity, recognizing that we're all so much more alike than we are different. We're all trying to find love and warmth and purpose, trying to protect those that we care about. And so let's sink into that place of shared humanity and take a deep breath in and squeeze and feel us all part of the oneness. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thank you for being here for this Love Morning, a part of Hug Nation. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful day. I love you. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Al, Gerbot, and Brandy, Sanitized, and Esta, and Chris, and Ming Ming, and anyone who might still be here. Bye. Bye, Wayne.